An elderly woman, Margaret, sits by her small radio, her voice weak but resolute as she calls into a live radio show. Struggling to make ends meet and having no family to turn to, she reaches out with one final hope: God. Her words echo through the airwaves, a plea for help. I believe God will provide. I don't know how, but he never abandons his children. Across town, Daniel, a wealthy businessman, is listening to the same radio show while finishing his lunch. Unlike Margaret, he scoffs at her faith and is irritated by her belief in divine help. God will provide? He laughs bitterly to himself. Let's see how far that faith takes her. He called the station and got Margaret's address. He orders his secretary, Linda, to buy a large amount of groceries and deliver them to the woman. When she asks who sent them, Daniel instructs coldly, "Tell her it's from the devil." Let's see how her God handles that. Linda arrives at Margaret's house, arms full of bags bursting with food. Margaret opens the door, eyes widening in disbelief and gratitude at the sight of such abundance. Tears fill her eyes as she begins to carefully put away the food, her heart full of thanks. She doesn't ask any questions, only silently praises God for answering her prayers. Linda, slightly uncomfortable with the silence, finally speaks up. "Aren't you curious who sent all of this?" she asks, knowing what Daniel had instructed her to say next. Margaret, without looking up from unpacking a bag of rice, smiles warmly. "No, I'm not," she replies, "because when God orders, even the devil obeys." Daniel's secretary told him the old lady response. Over the next few days, Daniel tries to shake off the encounter, but Margaret's faith continues to haunt him. What started as a cruel joke begins to chip away at his own cynicism. Slowly, Daniel realizes that despite his attempt to mock her, her faith remained unshaken, and his act of ridicule had in fact become a blessing. Moral: true faith is unshaken by mockery or malice. Sometimes those who seek to tear it down end up transformed by its quiet power.